Hi, I'm Don Bodan from SampleLibraryReview.com, and I'm very excited. Today we're going to take a look at the Chamber Orchestra 2 from Versilian Studios. When Sam Gostner of Versilian Studios started working on the first version of VSCO, he had a simple idea: make an original orchestral library better than General MIDI. Well, 6 years now, and in its second incarnation, VSO2 was launched with the help of dozens of players from around the world. Versilian Studios has launched 3 different versions of this. You've got the Community Edition, which is free. It's raw samples, SFZ format and NKA format, and EXS formats. The VSCO2 Standard Edition downloads as just under 4 gigabytes and contains all the main chamber orchestra instruments and a few from the full orchestra. For my review, I got to check out the Professional Edition. That downloads as about 13 gigabytes. It's got over 300 individual instruments, including the bass off the side, alto sax horn, and the cornet. After spending some time with the VSCO2, I see it's a specialty library. It supersedes its intent of replacing standard MIDI instruments, and some of the instruments, the playback is inspiring and full of authenticity. The instrument tends to shine with some of its woodwind instrument performances. I found it was very intimate overall. Some standouts are some of the quirkier instruments like the brake drums, or ethnic xylophones. Most of the instruments come with a pretty surprising amount of articulations. And an example of the kind of intimacy you get is some of the snare drum sounds. After just flipping through most of the instruments in the first 15 minutes or so, I was pretty excited because I do tend to personally mix and match unique sounds to create original timbres for my ensembles. And I think that is where many professional composers will get some good use out of this. A huge pro is the amount of instruments you get for the price point. I think that if you're just looking for a small footprint something you can have a full orchestra for sketching. VSCO2 Pro could be very good for that usage. I personally really do love the look of this interface. I like that the controls include key switchable articulations. That's something I wouldn't expect with a library at this price point. The cons of the library are it's a little inconsistent, both in quality and articulation from one instrument to the next. I'm not a fan of the built-in reverb of the instrument. I typically do use premium plugins for mixing dry orchestra. And I think with VSI2, it definitely is the same case. It loads up with the instruments with a good amount of a grand orchestral hall. My personal thoughts on playing through the instruments and listening to the demos is that the collection just kind of falls short with the lack of intensity that I would want with higher dynamics. The scripted legato is just passable, and some of the oddities in performance of some of the instruments do pull it back from making something that would be a go-to for a full orchestra. However, if you're looking for something lightweight that you could have a full orchestra that you can sketch with, or if you're looking for some raw instrument sounds for specialty occasions, I think at this price point, it's a very good collection. The free instruments for sound fonts and whatnot are wonderful for students and those in the academic world. And with all of my critiques here, I need to tell you I'm walking away with an emotional bond here with the VSCO2. I think that there's such quirkiness and character that have been captured with the instruments that I'm often going to think back to it, especially when I'm trying to create a original ensemble with some unique timbre for a score. Huge thanks to Sample Library Review's new partner, Weebly. Weebly is a web hosting service that includes a simple drag-and-drop website builder. With their great-looking templates, Weebly makes putting together a great website easy, whether it's to showcase your latest reel or to sell digital goods. Not only does Sample Library Review recommend Weebly, it's also free to get started. Head over to samplelibraryreview.com/Weebly link and sign up for your free account today.